Melania Trump just walk away from Donald Trump after a tense exchange, while the woman at the center of the latest Trump inner circle storm was just a few feet away. Now, because that is exactly the question exploding online after a bizarre few seconds at the Freedom 250 Grand Prix in Washington. So, Donald Trump is sitting beside Melania. He leans towards her. They appear to exchange a few words. Normal, right? No. Melania looks serious. And then she gets up and walks away. That is it. A matter of just a few seconds. No clear audio, no confirmed argument as such, no public explanation. But on the internet, that tiny moment has become a full-blown Trump family mystery. And there is one name sitting right in the middle of it. Natalie Harp, the 35-year-old Trump aide who, in a matter of days, has gone from being a relatively obscure White House staffer to one of the most intensely scrutinized people in Donald Trump's orbit. And now the viral Grand Prix footage had added a brand new layer to this obsession. Because Harp was there too. She was in the VIP area and she was seen around members of Trump's family. And at one point, she was just a few rows behind Donald and Melania. Suddenly, people online started asking, was Melania angry? Was Trump arguing with her? Was Harp somehow involved? And perhaps the most explosive question of all, why does this particular woman seem to be everywhere Donald Trump goes? Let's rewind. Sunday, August 23, Washington, D.C., the Freedom 250 Grand Prix is roaring around a street circuit built through the nation's capital. Trump arrives with Melania. He takes a ceremonial lap in the presidential limousine. He waves the green flag. There are Indy cars screaming through the streets. There's a giant patriotic spectacle celebrating America's 250th anniversary, and then the cameras get something much smaller. Donald Trump and Melania sitting together. Trump turns towards her. They appear to talk. Melania listens. And shortly afterwards, she stands up and leaves the viewing area. That clip spread. And social media immediately starts doing what social media does the best. Detective work, body language analysis, lip reading, slow motion, zoom-ins, frame-by-frame theories. One user even asked whether anyone can figure out what Trump and Melania were saying. Others decide the couple looked tense. And some users immediately drag Natalie Harp into the story. But here's the important part. The footage does not tell us what Trump and Melania were discussing. It does not prove that they were actually arguing, and it certainly does not prove that Harp was the reason. She isn't even clearly visible in the video. And that has not stopped the speculation, because the Harp story was already absolutely boiling before the Grand Prix. And this is where the women carrying a portable printer suddenly becomes one of the most fascinating figures in Trump's White House. Natalie Harp is officially an executive assistant and special assistant to the president. Her salary has been reported at a whopping $150,000. On paper, it sounds like a job, a staff job. Scheduling, administration, logistics, the kind of position most people would never know existed. But Harp's proximity to Trump has made her anything but ordinary. She is frequently seen beside him at the White House, at the public events, on trips, at his clubs, and crucially, handling information that Trump actually sees. That has earned her an unforgettable official nickname, the human printer. Why? Because Harp is often seen carrying a portable printer and supplying Trump with printed articles, reports, and other material. And this is where things get much more interesting. Because being physically close to a president is one thing. Being involved in the information flowing towards the president is something else entirely. Reports have described Harp as helping with Trump's Truth Social operation. She has been seen preparing or printing material for him. She has reportedly shown him posts and information and then helped publish the content. And that has made her role a matter of political fascination. Not because there's public evidence that she formally controls policy. There isn't. None at all. But because proximity matters in any White House. Who gets into the room? Who gets to hand the president crucial information? And who is around when he makes the calls? Who travels with him? Who can speak to him when almost everyone else has to wait? Those questions are now being asked about Harp. And the answers are what have transformed her into a national story. Her journey into the Trump's orbit is itself extremely extraordinary. Harp became nationally known after battling bone cancer. She publicly credited Trump and his right to trial legislation with helping save her life. But that particular account has also been scrutinized. The Washington Post had reported that medical experts questioned whether the law was actually responsible for her access to the treatment she received, because the drug she credited Trump with helping her obtain had already been approved by the FDA. Harp nevertheless became one of Trump's most passionate supporters. She spoke at the 2020 Republican National Convention. She then worked for One America News Network. She then became an extremely vocal defender of Trump. Then Trump returned to the White House, and Harp returned with him. Only this time, she was no longer simply an enthusiastic supporter. She was inside, very inside, and some of the recent stories surrounding her are frankly extraordinary. According to reports, Harp was among a small group of people who accompanied Trump on military aircraft during a secret aircraft switch in Turkey after an alleged Iranian assassination threat. Other officials and journalists remained on what was described as a decoy Air Force One. Think about that. A relatively young executive assistant being among the people who were traveling with the president during a security operation, which is exactly the kind of detail that makes people start asking questions about her access. And then came another controversy. Questions were raised over whether Harp had worked at the White House for an extended period without the routine security clearance. The White House pushed back. Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt said Harp had a security clearance and described her as a loyal and hardworking member of Trump's team. But by then, the Harp story had actually escaped the White House's control. Because journalists were digging, and they were digging deep. And what they found made the story even more unusual. There are also reports of intensely personal letters Harp allegedly wrote to Trump in 2023. The letters have been published by media outlets, although the authenticity of the documents has not been independently established by every outlet reporting on them. In those reported letters, Harp used extraordinarily emotional language about Trump. She described him as her guardian and protector in this life. She wrote about wanting to bring him joy, and she expressed an intense fear of letting him down. Those reports have fueled the perception that this is not simply a conventional boss and assistant relationship. But again, perception is not proof. And there is no evidence that Melania's decision to leave the viewing area was caused by Harp. That distinction really matters, because the internet has effectively written an entire screenplay around a clip lasting only a few seconds. And then something else also happened. The White House itself appeared to make the Harp mystery even more fascinating. Harp was visible in footage from the Grand Prix. But official White House social media videos featuring Trump and Melania were edited or cropped in ways that excluded her from the frame. That has prompted another wave of online speculation. Why crop her out? Was it simply framing, or was it an attempt to keep attention on Trump and Melania? Or was the White House deliberately trying to reduce the focus on Harp? There is no definitive public answer to all these questions. But the timing was spectacular because the Harp controversy was already raging. And just days earlier, Democratic Senator Jon Ossoff had turned her name into a political punchline. During a campaign speech, Ossoff attacked Trump's priorities and mocked his travel, referring to Trump's traveling with Natalie. That single reference detonated online. The White House reacted furiously, and instead of the controversy disappearing, it actually got bigger, much bigger. And suddenly everybody wanted to know, who is Natalie Harp? Why is she so close to Trump? Why does she travel with him? Why is she apparently involved in his media operation? Why is she so frequently visible beside him? Why was she sitting just behind Trump and Melania at the Grand Prix? The last question is particularly juicy for the internet. But here's the reality. Harp was not secretly discovered in some hidden room. She was at a huge public presidential event. She was in a VIP viewing area. She interacted with members of Trump's family. And she was very much visibly part of the broader entourage. So her presence itself is not evidence of anything improper. What makes it remarkable is the context, because Harp has become unusually visible for somebody whose official job is of an executive assistant. Reports have described the relationship in striking terms, comparing Harp's role in Trump's orbit to be a source of emotional comfort. Other reporting has characterized her as a gatekeeper, and that is a real political story here. Not whether a few seconds of body language prove a marital fight. They absolutely don't. The biggest story is the extraordinary concentration of access around one presidential aide. Because presidents have always had gatekeepers, people who control schedules, people who manage information that reaches them, people who know when the president is available, people who can get a message through when everybody else is waiting outside. But Trump's second presidency has created a particularly intense fascination with loyalty. And Harp may be one of the clearest examples of that particular culture. She's fiercely loyal to Trump. She has publicly defended him again and again for years. She credits him helping save her life. And she has stayed close to him through political defeats and victories. And now she's become a constant presence around him. And that's exactly why this Grand Prix clip landed like gasoline on an already burning fire. Because viewers weren't just watching Donald and Melania, they were watching them through the lens of everything that has been reported about Natalie Harp. Trump leans towards Melania, Melania walks away. Harp is nearby, and suddenly the internet has a mystery. But mysteries are not facts. The clip alone cannot tell us what was said. It absolutely cannot tell us what Melania was thinking. It cannot establish that Harp was involved. And it cannot confirm the rumors circulating online about the couple. What it can tell us is that Natalie Harp has become impossible to ignore. A woman who was once known mainly through the MAGA world is now being discussed by major news organizations, political commentators, and millions of social media users. Her title is Executive Assistant. Her unofficial reputation is something much bigger. She is a woman with the printer, the human printer, woman who travels with Trump, woman who is frequently beside him, the woman accused by critics of having extraordinary access, and the woman whose mere appearance in the same VIP box as Trump and Melania can now trigger internet frenzy. That may be the strangest twist of this entire story. Because the viral question is, were Trump and Melania fighting over Natalie Harp? But the much serious question is, why has Natalie Harp become such an important figure in Donald Trump's immediate orbit in the first place? Until there is actual evidence, the marital drama theory remains just that, a theory. The footage gives us tense-looking moment. The Harp story gives the internet a reason, an angle to speculate, but neither gives us proof. And perhaps that is exactly why this tiny Grand Prix exchange has become such a gigantic political spectacle. A few seconds, 3 people, 1 viral video, and an aide who has suddenly become one of the most importantly watched women anywhere near the Oval Office. We'll keep on following the developments. Meanwhile, this is Meera Girdhar signing off for Times Now Digital.